Time to jump back in. This is not the answer I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Hopefully I don't look or sound too rough. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning when I finally went to sleep, and it's about 7 o'clock the next morning here. Woke up and, you know, I'm going to be driving just like 10 hours today, so I really wasn't in a hurry per se. And, but I don't know, just got to stir and woke up, and it's like, well, I guess let's get this party started. I guess I'm excited to drive the Z, so, but I don't know, I probably look a little, a little rough, but hey, that's part of the fun. So getting ready to get out in the Z, and let's look out the window and see what the weather holds. Well, heck, there it is, folks. The rain is here, and I looked at the forecast, and it's not going anywhere. Oh, poop. So, well, hey, yeah, as Eddie Rabbit said, oh, I love a rainy night. Oh, so we're gonna hit the road, jump in the Z. Luckily, last night the heater worked really well. Radio sounded great. So I'm gonna just buzz over to Denny's and sit down and have a nice breakfast and get some iced tea in me or something to kind of wake up. And we're gonna hit the road. If I was smart, I would have put the Rain-X on the windshield last night in the dry garage, but oops. So let's get this party started. Hope you enjoyed the part 1 of this adventure. If you haven't seen it, be sure to pause this video and go back and watch part 1 to see what's going on. Well, I parked it in this big spot by this big SUV, and here we are. Look at the water's just beating off of it. Oh man. Oh, it's little Z, are you ready to go? Let's go. This never gets old. Let's celebrate good times. Luckily, there's a Denny's just a quarter mile from the hotel, so we'll get me some eggs and ham and hash browns smothered and covered. Get this party started right. Man, they had chorizo here at Denny's as a special. So, man, you got to. When I walked into the Denny's, I could just smell the chorizo cooking. So, we're gonna give this chorizo a spin. I may regret this, I don't know. I got my iced tea here to get me going in the chorizo. And then when I come in, I said that I was gonna get hash browns smothered and covered. And like, duh, I'm not at Waffle House. That's a Waffle House thing. I'm still asleep. All right, well, I hope I don't regret this later, but here we go. Well, I'm done with that guy. Time to hit the road. My booth right here. Of course, I had to get a booth where I can see the car. So, ready to hit the road. I'm fueled up, me and the car. Well, I hope those work. Okay, that's a good sign. Oh, getting the cockpit all set up here. Got my little charging station, little double receptacle out there so I can run my FM modulator and the radar detector. And then this is kind of cool. I'm going to take this off here, but this was in the windshield. I guess this was Barb's little crystal heart that she always wore. I'm going to take it off for now, but I'm going to keep it with the car. But that way it's not hanging in front of the video or whatever. So I'm not going to need my sunglasses today with the rain, but I'm all situated. Got my phone holder, got everything lined out, and then of course I've got Spotify on top Billboard 100 1983. Let's get this road trip started right. All right, I am strapped into the Z. I got the heater going here, and I just get ready to pull out, and then the blower motor just stopped. I'm like, uh-oh. And it's automatic climate control though, so the cycling on it's just kind of funny. But I thought, uh-oh, I just lost the heater. And I did bring some boots, warm socks, insulated pants, fleecy sweatshirt, you know, gloves, hats. I did bring some warm stuff. Hopefully I don't need it, but I am strapped into the Z.
no traction control on this bad boy. And we're rolling. This is it. It's game on. Oh, here comes the blower motor. I thought I was going to put my coat back on. Well, I just punched in the on the Apple Maps there, the address to go home, and then a winter storm warnings popped up on the notifications, and I'm like, uh-oh. So this could be an epic adventure. Wish me luck.
Exit right, I insist.
We got Arnold, got Terminator guiding us home here on Waze. I love it. It's so awesome. Here we go. Well, looky there. Sunshine. I guess I didn't think I was going to use these glasses all day. I thought I was going to be driving in the rain all day long, but we got a nice little peak of sunshine. You see the rain clouds behind me there, and it's fairly clear ahead. It's pretty cloudy off to my north where the mountains are and everything. Yeah, I feel kind of bad. The car was just absolutely spotless. And I'm kind of wondering if this car has ever even been in the rain its entire life. And here I am driving it down the interstate in the rain, but it'll wash off. It isn't going to hurt it, one time there, but hopefully the weather stays nice and holds up, and kind of just enjoying this beautiful kind of mixed conditions driving. Actually, it's kind of fun.
Well, this is something interesting, something I just realized and kind of forgot about, but didn't think about it with a digital speedometer. But the back in this year, they had that 85 mile an hour mandated speedometer for whatever reason. So I'm just cruising along, 83, 84. The speed limit's 80, so I'm just trying doing around that. And but anyway, so I get up here and I'm like, man, how am I able to just keep this thing dead on 85? But what I didn't realize, watch right here, is you can see that it stops at 85, and so I'm sure glad I got the GPS on the radar detector there to show me my actual speed, because I could just be cruising along thinking, oh, I'm doing 85 mile an hour, and I'm actually doing 95. So, I thought that was kind of interesting, why I was being able to keep it on 85 so steady. All right, we've made it about 250 miles, and we're at our first stop, and it's Snowville. Landscape is changing a little bit. I'm going to be going to some elevations, mountains, and so glad I'm doing it kind of at the warm time of the day. I'm sorry, little Z, to get you dirty. You got road grime on you now. Oh well, I'll give you a good bath when we get back. Well, we only got about 17 miles a gallon on that first tank, but I'm doing about, averaging about 85 miles an hour. So cruising along at a pretty good clip. We'll kind of see how it goes. Who knows how old it had a half a tank in it when I filled it up last night. So now we got a full fresh tank of gas. I ran it pretty low, and now we'll just cruise on to our next pit stop. Got me a little Monster Peach here. I usually don't drink these things, but since I've only had about 5 hours of sleep, I thought, well, it might not be a bad idea to get a little extra pep in my step here. So off to the next town. What a view. What a car. Quick little pit stop here. Oh, I feel so bad. Car's got road grime on it. Got me a piece of pizza. So Time to jump back in. This is not the answer I'm looking for. Uh-oh. What are these? They call them popcorners. Say their name. Popcorners. Tight, tight, tight! We have 6 signature flavors, yo. 7! You make 7! 7 works. We're gonna eat a lot of snacks together. Well, I popped the hood, and the expansion tank is still on the mark, and pulled the cap, and everything still looks full of fluid. So probably just a little. When you shut the car off, the cooling system actually superheats a little bit and expands. So it just must have had a little expansion and just done a little burp or a little hiccup and a little puke. So when we get it in the morning, when it's fully cold, I'll check the top off, check the fluids, the oil and the coolant, and make sure we're good. But trying to give me a heart attack a little bit, but we're all good. Back on the road. I gotta remember that some of these old cars don't have reserve warnings. I'm just cruising along, and it is like super desolate out here, and I haven't seen a gas station for a long time, and I just look down and I see 1 bar on the fuel gauge. I've slowed it down to about 65 miles an hour. Oh, you dummy. Man, the last thing I need to do is run out of gas out here. So luckily there's a Flying J just a few miles up the road. So do not pass gas stations out here in the middle of nowhere. Note to self. There we go. I think I can. Made it to the Flying J. Let's not do that again. Got almost 370 miles out of the tank. Check the mileage and see what we got. Well, I'm not sure what size tank this thing has, but I just put 17 gallons in it. Reset the trip odometer here. And I checked it out there, and I got about 21.8 miles to the gallon. So almost 22 miles to the gallon. So that tank was a lot better. That's pretty cool. So we'll see how it goes. You know, the elevation and the wind directions and all that stuff has a big factor. So making a little pit stop and then get back on the road. We're gonna actually we're getting gonna make a pretty good time. So gonna blow past Laramie and get on the other side of Denver and check in there, and then just kind of chill out. So we'll touch base with you here after a bit. It's kind of funny, everywhere I go in this car, trying to make a pit stop for fuel or whatever, everybody's just commenting about the car. And this one guy stopped me as I was coming out of the gas station here, and he was like, man, he was just commenting like, what is that? And telling a little bit, he's like, what are you doing driving it in this shit? And I'm like, well, you know, he's like, I'm transporting it from Idaho to Kansas. But he was like, well, it's a good thing you're doing it now, because Wednesday we're supposed to get hit with like tons of snow. So yeah, I suppose this is as good as it gets this time of year, so I can't complain. I'll get home and we'll get that salt off. Yeah, even though you hate driving it in these conditions, you know, I'm actually seeing a lot of transport trucks running up down the highway, and man, it seems like these open carrier transports, the cars are just covered in muck. I mean, just seriously covered, and they're just constantly getting the spray. Just catching all the spray. So about the only way, you know, I think I'd still rather drive this than haul it open transport. About the only way I really could have hauled it otherwise would have been an enclosed transport, and shoot, that would have probably been $1,500, $2,000. So it's nothing that car wash won't wash off, and then, you know,
I got on here and I'm washing it off tomorrow, so it's not gonna hurt anything. You just definitely don't, you know, where it's really bad is, you know, when you get that on there and it dries and then just sits there damp and wet and up against the metal. That's when it really starts to take its toll, but it'll be good. We'll take care of this baby. She'll be shining like I picked it up here shortly thereafter, because, you know, I love cleaning cars, so it's all good. All right, I made it to Lyman, Colorado. So that's the first leg. I was gonna stop in Laramie, and then I was gonna stop in Denver, but just things were going so good. I just kind of rolled on through, figured I'd get through all that mess, and I'm glad I did, because man, going through Denver and stuff, even at night, there's a lot of cars and kind of construction. It's kind of a mess, so glad to get through there tonight, and so then I'll get a nice, easy, casual start tomorrow and shorten my trip, and so this will be the end of part 2, and we'll start part 3 tomorrow. Things have gone good so far, so hopefully we'll finish this thing out strong. Stay tuned.